If I hadn't joined the Get Hired track, I wouldn't have a job in tech right now.
I'm new to the industry and I wouldn't know what to do or where to start.
When I searched on my own, I would get very little responses, if at all.
Knowing the content of how to code a website is totally different than being good at interviews and being good at networking.
The Get Hired track is like career counseling boot camp.
Skillcrush knows more than I do about tech and about finding a job, so I just put my trust in Skillcrush.
It showed results.
The Get Hired track was a way to really plan out step by step how to go from I've built a bunch of projects to I'm a person you want to hire.
We first had to prepare all of our materials.
You need to make sure your resume is in order, get the resume review, get that signed off on.
It was just really clear instructions. This is what you need to put in. And then great feedback, real human feedback.
The portfolio, LinkedIn, resume, I really built from the ground up with the break into tech and the Get Hired track.
Then it's starting to apply for jobs and being really organized and thoughtful about how you're doing the applying.
So we had specific templates of emails that we were going to send out to companies and specific method to choose who we were going to send it to.
I felt prepared in how to go about finding a job listing. I felt prepared in how I even apply for the job.
They laid it out in a structured way, and it's just something that you have to work at and stick to.
One of the most important things for me was that I was not alone.
It's a lot of work to, achieve the goal of being hired, but also there's a whole community of other people who are also working really hard. So you have that community and collaboration between each other.
We would push each other. We would always be supporting each other. We'd be sending each other, job links.
It actually encouraged me more that I wasn't alone in this type of journey. I knew other people were going through the same thing I was.
I think I got an interview scheduled within the first couple of weeks.
I get incredibly nervous when I have to go to a work interview.
There was so much clear documentation and practice interviews that were offered within the Get Hired track that by the time I actually went into my first interview, I was like, I got this.
I felt confident, I had rehearsed, I knew what I wanted to say.
I went on so many more interviews than I usually would have. At a certain point, I got really, really good at talking about certain things or making certain points.
By the time I finally sat down and had the Zoom interview with job number 2, I actually already had a job offer from job number 1.
I came out with 2 offers in the end.
I was in final interview stages with another company as well.
It wasn't just you can do this, but it was you are going to negotiate your salary.
Then they offered me so much more than I was like, what? What?
And I did, and it worked. It worked.
I work for an American company. It's called Blue Bridge Development.
My current title is Associate Quality Control Analyst at Figure.
I am a web developer.
I'm a graphic design intern at eMarketing.
My current job title is Publisher Tech Support Specialist.
I'm a web designer at Neon One.
Trying to change my careers within a year, I never thought it would be possible.
I literally started in August 2020, knowing nothing about coding, and had a job by June 2021, making 3-4 times more a year than I was making beforehand.
The future feels a lot more open to me now that I have this role.
I have 2 little boys. I like that they can say yeah, my mom's a web developer. She's a software engineer. That's really cool.